Yo, what's good, family? My bad. I'm like a minute late to the show. But guess what, family? We here. And let's talk some Atlanta Hawks basketball for about 30 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Anybody who want to tap you in with your comments. If you want to come on the video, just follow the link. Just follow the link that I'm gonna post and then come on and voice your opinion. Let me push that link and then I'm going to give my opinions. All right, yo, check it, right? So I listened to Mr. Wrestler's interview today. And he said he don't want to he's not scared of the luxury tax. Okay. He says stuff that some of us fans been saying that well, he not saying, he just verified that we did not get better after the offseason last year after the conference finals. He addressed once again the money issue at the end of the day. He wants to win the championship. I mean, maybe they should have got some better reporters up there to ask these questions because some of the questions that Chris Kirschner dude, the other dudes who was asking questions, they was asking stuff we kind of already knew the answer to, and that is probably not within Mr. Wrestler's you know, uh forte. Yes, he is the owner, but let's be honest here. He's not involved in day-to-day operations like that for some of those questions. For him answering those questions. And I tip my cap to the reporters, I guess you can't really ask hardcore questions to the owner. So I understand it's a game. You don't want to ask questions and then people don't want you to interview them no more. So I kind of understand that. Let's talk money. Okay, we got John Collins already started his contract extension at 20 some $1 million per. Trey's extension starts next season, so that's going to be more money on the cap. Personally, guys, I'm going to tell you like this. Looking at the current free agents, I mean, strictly free agent. I mean, I think the best player out there free agent wise that's unrestricted is Zach Lavine. So I mean, let me tell you something, guys. When you're a fan of the Atlanta Hawks, nobody gonna come here and play for a discount. So in order to get somebody like Zach Lavine, who's an unrestricted free agent, you're probably gonna overpay. So what we got to ask ourselves as fans is adding a a player like Zach Lavine, does that make us better overall? We could still do a sign and trade, but I mean, you can't trade Collins to the Bulls because they already got forwards. So it probably had to be like a 3-team type sign and trade deal. That's if we was trying to save some money. Because Zach Lavine, he gonna get. I guarantee he getting more than $25 million per. I guarantee that. So you got to look at that also. They posted up in the chat that I follow that Covington that a lot of us wanted to add to our team. He just signed a 2-year extension with the Clippers, so he ain't going nowhere. And at the price they signed him at, I would have loved to get him at that price, man. I would have loved to get him at that price at a 12. Look like it's gonna be about 12 to 14 million per the end of the season. So not end of the season, per season. I'm sorry. So I would have loved to get Covington at that price. But hey, we ain't got him. He back with his team. I can't be mad at him. Maybe that's probably somewhere he comfortable at. Or maybe his agent probably told him, this is your market right here. You looking at 1-year deals, they're gonna give you a 2-year deal. So it is what it is. So now, with the owner, Mr. Wrestler, talking about we didn't get better in the offseason. He's exactly correct. We did not get better. It was so many players that was available in the offseason. It was still players available during the season we could have added that would have helped this team that for some reason, our general manager didn't want to do it. I mean, he picks up I'm still confused. We come off an Eastern Conference final appearance and he goes and picks up Gorgie Dang. And I mean, from day one, I was trashing this guy because I'm like, how does this dude help us? You know what I'm saying? he doesn't help us. So I didn't understand the move Travis made right there. And he's going to be gone. He ain't coming back. Why did we keep TLC? I don't know. I have no idea. TLC did bring us a couple good moments this season, but was he really worth paying and holding a roster spot for? I mean, we could have got better somewhere else. What TLC gave us, we probably could have got the same production for way cheaper. I mean, it's not like TLC was a major player. I mean, Nate tried to start him a couple times. I mean, really, I don't know why Nate even started him. I mean, I think you better off with just playing Jalen Johnson. But hey, I'm not the coach, so maybe he knows something I don't know. Okay. Now let me talk about these starters. Did Trey Young get better? It's hard to tell if Trey got better, man, because when he made that comment at the beginning of the season, the regular season is boring. That tells you what his mindset was. So it's kind of hard to gauge. Is he going hard all season? Is he taking games off? I mean, his numbers for the season, I mean, led the league in scoring, led the league in total points and total assists, which is good. But at the end of the day, really they really look at how many games did you win while you was leading the league in those categories. And we played below 500 probably 80% of the season, probably 90% of the season we was under 500. So I would give Trey I would say I would give Trey an incomplete because I can't really tell. With let's see, Kevin Herter got, in my opinion, I didn't really. We already know Kevin Herter can shoot the three, right? We know he can shoot the three. What else did Kevin Herter show us this season? He didn't show me nothing new this season. Absolutely nothing new this season. He didn't show me nothing. Did he add to his bag? I didn't see him attacking the basket, didn't see him attacking finish. His playmaking is still below standard. He's not a threat to where he could command a double team, even though he could shoot the ball. And I didn't see any improvement on his aggressiveness with the ball to score the ball. So, I mean, to me, I think Kevin Herter got worse, which is funny because he got worse after we paid him, after our general manager extended him for no damn reason. I don't know why he extended him early, but, it is what it is. Deandre Hunter, I'm gonna give Hunter an incomplete. I mean, like right now, I mean, I just want to see, can this dude play 60, 70 games in a season? That's all I want to see. Can he play that many games in a season? I mean, he has the talent, but like I was telling my friends, how long are we going to wait for this guy to develop? This is going on. This Hunter's what, year 3 finish or year 4? It's one of them. I want to say year 3. That's what I want to say with Hunter. Did he show me anything this year? Not really. Not really. He didn't really show me anything this season where I was like, wow, this guy got way better. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, we got a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there of Hunter. Like in the playoffs, that last game, that game 5, he give you 36. Like, and it just make you wonder, like, where's that all season? You know what I'm saying? And what I think is this with Hunter. Until he decides to, first of all, work on his handling of the basketball. That's his handling of the basketball, and he needs to develop better skill, creating space and getting by his man. I'm tired of seeing him dribble, cross. He do a crossover, but then run into the defender. I'm like, bro, if you cross him this way, why are you going the same way the defender going? That make no sense. Then when he attacked the basket, he fumbling and bumbling the ball. He letting people slap it out of his hand. He needs to work on that and work on finishing at the basket. If he attacked the basket, he could give us 20, 22 points a night. But he don't attack the basket enough. If he increased attacking it to the basket, he can get to the free throw line. And he got to work on these free throws. We can't pay you all this money. You shooting 70, 76% from the free throw line. All good players make their money at the free throw line. They don't give up those free points. You know what I'm saying? So he needs a lot of work And I'm gonna tell you, Travis Slank, you better not extend him early. Don't extend him early. Let him go out there and prove it. That's what got us jacked up last year because you extended Kevin Huerter for no reason and he regressed. You extended Clint Capella for no reason and he regressed. And now you got money tied up. You couldn't make no moves. You know what I'm saying? Don't extend Hunter early. Let him play out the contract. You know, he restricted. John Collins. Listen, what I need, I wish I could hear Nate just say what John Collins' role is. What is John Collins' main role? Is it to score the ball? What is it? So I can have a metrics to judge him by. I need a metrics to judge him by. I don't know what I want to know what the coach want John Collins to do. What does he want him to bring to this organization on the court? That way we can judge him. People complain that John Collins don't have a post-up game. And I'm telling people, I don't think Nate tell him to post up. I don't think he tell him that. I think they'd rather have John Collins keep shooting from the three so he can keep spacing the floor. But I mean, bro, listen, family, I love John Collins, man. But guess what, man? I can't give you $25 million just for you to space the floor. You ain't even shooting a three at an elite clip. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put that on nobody but our general manager, man. I can't put that that's on the general manager. We paying the guy $25 million to space the floor. It ain't like he's shooting 40+% from three. You know? So I mean, to me, John Collins stayed the same. Bogey, I think Bogey had a good year. I think he had a good year when he started coming off the bench. I mean, he started off the season kind of the whole team started off the season slow, but you know, when he started coming off the bench, he really picked it up, man. You can see the added aggression. You can see the effort on the defensive side of the ball. I think Bogey really improved this year. I don't know. I got to double check the numbers, but I don't know if excuse me, I don't know if his numbers show it, but I got to double check. What do analysts say? How you gonna blame the GM, Colin? But you're not listening to GM. You got to listen, analysts. You got to listen to me now. I said I blame Travis Slank because we paying the guy $25 million just to space the floor. That's what I said. We could find anybody to space the floor and probably save $15 million to space the floor. And that's why when it comes to John Collins, I need to know, Coach Nate, I need to know Travis Slank. What are we paying this guy for? What is his role? What is it? Because I haven't heard Nate, I haven't heard the general manager say anything about what is John Collins' role. Only thing I hear is that John Collins want more usage. So what is John Collins' role? Once we find out what his actual role is, then we can judge him, you know, more effectively. But it's hard to judge him when we don't even know what the coach want him to do. We don't know what the coach want him to do. So it don't matter. It don't matter if you can do more. If the coach tell you, hey, just stand over there and shoot the three ball. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what you got in your bag. That's why I want to know what his role is. And the role that he has now is not worth $25 million. That is not worth $25 million. I don't care what nobody say. That is not worth $25 million. Okay. Now, let's see. Stark said Skylar Mays. I don't know, man. Why I have no idea why this dude is on the roster if Nate not gonna play him. You know what I'm saying? He could have made time for Skylar Mays. Skylar Mays been on this team, what, year 3 years? So why is he not getting any burn? Why are we holding on to these players? Why are we playing old players like Lou Will who checked out anyway mentally? You could have gave those minutes to Skylar. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, it is what it is. He didn't get that much playing time. You know, like I said, I'd rather Skylar Mays be in the G League, period. At least he can get some playing down there instead of just sitting on the bench for no damn reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see what the chat talking about. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure, you know, if you want to tap in, just follow the link. Ricky said Hawks going to probably have to pick between Hunter and Collins. You know what, Rick? I think it's going to be Hunter or Herter. What you think about that? What do you think about that? I think it's going to be between Hunter and Herter. One of them going to have to go because both of them, we already paying Herter. If you keep Hunter, right, you're going to have to extend them after next year. So why are we paying two wings? And let's say we get Hunter at 16 million. So we got Hunter at 16. You got Kevin at 15, 16. And we paying those two to do what exactly? Like somebody tell me. That's what we need to figure out, man. Let me bring my boy on JR up in the building. Salute to my guy JR. I ain't seen JR in a minute, but he back in the building. Homie.
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing much, man. I'm just going. I started off speaking on about what the owner said today on this radio interview. I don't know if you had a chance to catch it, but and now I'm just speaking on like one thing we never discussed is what are these players? What is each individual player's role on this team? And I think because we need to know what their role is exactly. That way we can judge them fairly. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to identify these roles, man. And especially like with John Collins. I don't understand what he's supposed to be doing on this team at $25 million. What is, Nate, somebody need to get this dude involved for $25 million. You know what I'm saying? Per year. Besides just standing in the corner shooting threes.
I like his skill set. You don't like his skill set as far as being off the ball, shoot the three, a lot. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go off playoff performance because he came in with one hand and 1 foot. So he shouldn't have even been playing. You know what I mean? He really was out for the season. Remember when he came back early? He really should have been out for the season. So, but you ain't gonna really find no John Collins on the market. I think he worth the money. Honestly, I have no problem with John Collins. If he come up in next year, stink up the joint, and he can't jump no more, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's like having a cow that can't produce milk with bad beef or something. It's like, you got to do what you got to do. But if you come back and just shooting 36% from the three, you know what I mean? 36% from the three and catch some lobs. I mean, I can ask. That's what I want from him. I mean, in this market, you need a guy like John Collins. You know what I mean? I'm not really too mad at John Collins.
Well, my point is, I think for $25 million, I could find anybody to do that. So, I'd rather, bruh,
nobody
get a PJ Tucker type. You get a PJ Tucker type. You can get
he can't catch the lob, bro. He can't. PJ Tucker ain't catching the lob.
Yeah, but how many lobs is Collins catching the game though? It ain't like he really eating off those lobs.
Nah, Collins. What I'm saying,
maybe 1 or 2 a game. Maybe 1 or 2 a game.
The injured John Collins, I get what you're saying, but when John Collins jumping, bro, it's a whole nother dynamic in the offense.
Yeah, but how many lobs are you getting per game, no, JR? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. If he can't jump no more, then
I mean, he can jump. I mean, but we all know. Listen, I'm not even speaking on Collins in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought he was done for the season. That's what I told everybody. So when he came back, I was like, okay. But all I'm saying is this: at $25 million, right? Let me bring my guy Matt on. At $25 million, I really think that Nate need to get more involved in the offensive side of the ball at $25 million. Because now money is starting to get tight. You know what I'm saying? Now we know Collins can shoot the ball. So we need to make more usage of him shooting the ball. Or whatever skill set the organization thinks he's good at for $25 million. Right? He need to get more involved. Now, I'm gonna give him credit. He did say that. He said, I want more usage. I want to be more involved. I can do more. He said that. I need the coach to get him more involved because money is getting tight now. You got Collins at 20-some million. Trey's new contract kick in starting next year. That's all. So we already at almost 60 million just between them two. Then you got Herter's money, 15 million. Then you got Capella money. I think Capella around 19, 20 million. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to extend Hunter if you want to keep him. He probably going to demand another 14, 15 million, you know? So I'm just saying we need to start getting more for the money that we spending. Let me tap in with my guy Matt. What's good, my guy? Long time no see, homie.
What's going on? Sorry, I've been working, but yeah, man. I thought today, wrestler kind of put it out there, like last year, was kind of unacceptable, and I'm happy that he said that because, I think a lot of fans felt the same way. That not saying you got to win the championship or get to the finals, conference finals every year, but that's a big drop off. Conference finals, first round exit in 5 games. And to me, I mean, outside of game 5, but if you look at the series in totality, it was kind of a shade under embarrassing performance. In a lot of those games. So. I think they're going to make a lot of changes this summer. I do think the formula still works. So like the spacing, the pass, shoot, and dribble, or like the concepts and different things that he like the tenets of his formula or foundation still work. It's just now changing out the pieces. So like Bogey, and I would look for an upgrade for Clint. And Herder maybe, but he is on a good deal for what he gives you. But he had a very disappointing playoffs. So changing out the parts, but the overall formula, I think works. And to me, Nate is not, he's not the dude. It's reports and different stuff coming out. GM will be very happy reading through some of these reports because it underlined what we were saying. Like Nate is not a strategist at all. He's not an X's and O's dude. He draws up no plays. He does. He believes in the players figuring it out, the players playing through stuff, giving the ball to my best player and letting him, figure it out as opposed to coaching strategy. So, we'll give Nate one more year, maybe, but
Well, you heard what the owner said. He said he got faith in Nate and Travis. You know what I'm saying? He said he had faith in them. Now, I will say this, and y'all heard me say it before, but I agree with what you said. Nate needs to shake up this offense. I mean, let's be honest here. Trey Young, bro, he got to be moving out the ball. He has to do it. It's no other way around it. I mean, look at exactly it's the exact same thing that Golden State did. Curry was hooping, defense is keyed in on him because he was the point guard. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, now you just see him running. He just running around the court now. Whoop, just running around. Him and Clay just running around. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need because guess what? Miami showed us everything we needed to know right there. Everything we needed to know, which is if Trey was moving without the ball, now they just can't send random double teams or just say, hey, we just gonna focus on this guy. Nah, because you ain't finna have two people just chasing Trey Young running around the court, running through screens, pin downs, and Nate has to fix that at the end of the day. And I'm sure that Mr. Wrestler said something to him because
he told him that he underperformed.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you look at Dallas, right, with Luka. I mean, this one guy centric all those years with James Harden, one guy centric offenses just don't work in today's NBA. It don't work.
Hold on, my bad. I did watch Stephen College. I did watch him. I'm not talking about Stephen College. I'm talking about when he was with Golden State. At first, he wasn't moving without the ball. Golden State under Mark Jackson, he wasn't doing it. He didn't start doing it until Steve Kerr came, and that's what I'm saying. We doing the exact same thing. Either they need to fix it, or we need to get a new coach because it's too easy when Trey is the focal of the offense and he bring the ball down. It's too easy to just send a double, send a trap, take him out the game, And then when you look at the other playoffs, bro. Look what they doing to Luka Doncic.
Exactly.
They said, hey, and I said this, man, before. I said, bro, They letting Luka just have whatever he want. They was like, go ahead, you have a field day. You can have 40. But guess what? You finna lose. And you know what? He be having these monster numbers and the game don't even be close, bro.
Exactly.
It don't even be close.
You know, they don't even defend him like they defend Trey. They let him get one-on-ones and free screens, and they don't defend Luka nowhere near how they defend Trey Young. Luka getting one-on-one every time he stepped down the court. I don't know why, but they don't really try to stop him.
Because they letting him.
Yeah, they letting him do that.
They letting him do that. They playing them straight up, and then what they doing on the defensive end? When they get the ball, they going straight at Luka. He's terrible, bro. I thought Trey Young was bad, bro. Listen, you can't be 6'7", 6'8", or whatever Luka is, and just let Chris Paul. He just let Chris Paul just go right past him.
Too slow.
You know what I'm saying? And it go back to the same thing Miami Heat did with us. They targeted Trey Young. They was trying to get him on the switches so they could go at him, you know. And at the end of the day, man, like I said, bro, Nate got to fix the offense, bro. They're just standing around and whatever the action, this shit you talking about, bro. Bro, I can understand you ran it back. I understand that because you was like, you figure like, hey, it worked last year. Let's try it now, right? Okay, it ain't work, bro. You saw that in the playoff to where Miami slowed us down so much. You know, it'd be end of the third quarter, we sitting at 70 points. That's how slow they had us playing. You know, we couldn't create any turnovers because we're not good defensively. We barely had fast, but I bet we averaged probably less than 5 fast break points.
We couldn't even inbound the ball, man. We couldn't even inbound the ball. I mean, this shit ridiculous, man. You can't even inbound the ball.
Which didn't help because guess what? You can't have Nate draw up a play for the last play, and Trey not even in the hunt. He can't even see the clipboard. How he even know what the play was?
Man, he just know he's gonna get the ball.
And he was supposed to get the ball and didn't even get open to get the ball.
And did you see that Memphis game, that play they drew up for Ja? He missed the shot, but did you see that play they drew up for him? At, you know what I'm saying, that last second shot in game 1 against Golden State.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
that's the stuff I want to see from Nate, that he's, I mean, so far incapable.
Well, hell, man, our star player got to be in the huddle to see the damn play first.
Yeah.
This is a wake up call for Trey Young.
Yeah, how you not in the huddle on the final play? I can understand that this was game, 68 of the regular season. How you not for the final play of an elimination game? You sit at the end of the bench, and I put that shit on Nate too. Nate should have been like, "Hey, bro, what you doing?"
Yeah, his dad was like, he's not even in the huddle.
That's crazy to me, man. Like, and I never understood that. But you know what? I never seen pro players do it in clutch moments, though. Besides, you got Scottie Pippen who was hating on Tony Kukoc back in the day. But in a clutch moment, I've never seen a player not in the huddle on the final play of a game.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The only thing I can chalk it up as, he must have not thought that the play was for him. He must have thought he was going to inbounce the ball or be a decoy or something like that. That's the only justification I got.
Man, that's crazy. But you know
what,
man?
I have no problem with Trey Young's poor performance, man. I mean, they was playing good defense on him. You know what I mean? So, but what I have a problem with him missed free throws. Now that ain't no excuse for that. I mean, this man shot like 60% in that series on the free throw line. So now that's choking to me. That's choking to me.
Maybe it was mental, bro. Maybe they just had they had him, bro. Because you don't go the whole season shooting 88% from the free throw line, and then all of a sudden
90%.
You just drop off to 60, and And speaking of free throws, Deandre Hunter need to get his ass shooting some free throws too, man. Like I didn't realize that he was that bad, bro. Shooting 70% from the free throw line to me is terrible.
We need to play through him though. I think we need to play through Deandre.
Well, he can't hold on to. He can't hold on to the ball. He can't create space.
What I seen from that last game, it like he finally opened his eyes and seen.
Bro, that's only because that jumper was going in.
I'm saying that,
bro. When his J don't go in, he don't do nothing. That's what
he was. He was attacking the basket and he wasn't fumbling the ball. He was looking serious. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I give him another shot. I want to resign him, but I give him another shot this year.
I can't go by one game, bro.
DeMond, he did say two things. He did say he's gonna work on his handling. Like he said, this is the healthiest he's been so far going into the offseason, so that's a positive.
Okay.
But he also said, look at the attempts I got. I got 20 attempts. I had the ball in my hand. He said that never happens. So I don't think he was like taking a shot at Trey or nothing.
You got to demand the ball. Like, I don't understand bro, Matt, JR, chat. How many times y'all heard me look at the stats and say, bro, our shots are inconsistent. One day you get Kevin Huerter get 12 shots. The next night, 3 shots. Same thing with Hunter. Like, but you gotta, what I will say is this. They can't act like the ball don't be in their hands. They just pass the ball instead of being aggressive and going and get yours. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, when I say that, I don't mean like, ball hogging and stuff like that. But, bro, we need another player who can demand a double team on this squad, man.
Center, bro. We need a center, man.
Well, you already heard me say I've been trying to upgrade that for I don't know how long now.
But man, we didn't even have our big man.
You say we didn't have who? We didn't have who?
We didn't have no big man against the Heat. I mean, Clint Capella and John Collins did damn near hurt, wasn't it?
Let's be honest though. It ain't like the Heat got some tall dudes. The Bam is 6'9", right? And then look, and then you got Deadman, right? And in game 2, I think it was game 2. Was it game 2? It's one that I can't remember. Bruh, they was in foul trouble, both of them, and we still didn't attack the basket. So it don't even matter about having John Collins
we have no lob threat though. We have no.
No, we don't have nobody who attack the basket threat. That's what it is.
But Trey Young without a lob threat, that's a part of his game though, man. Like you ain't got nobody to throw a lob.
Nah, you know what was missing from Trey? Not the lob. I didn't see him. How many floaters did he get up in that series?
He ain't got the lob, but the lob too. I'm trying to tell you.
You don't need the lob. You just.
He had a couple lobs and they missed the dunk. You don't remember that?
Yeah, because they were some bad passes, and then you throwing a lob to a dude with a hurt foot.
Them dudes can't jump. They couldn't jump no more. That's part of Trey Young game. If he ain't got nobody, they can't catch the lob.
That's because, bro, John Collins. Listen, if I'm Trey Young and I see Collins only played because Clint got hurt. If Clint never gets hurt, John doesn't come back on that court, bro. But you gotta what Dominique always say, you gotta know your personnel. If I know your foot messed up, I'm asking you from jump. Hey, you good? Are we good? Can I throw you lob? Are we good? And you can be I'm just out here, basically for support. That way I know not to throw you no lob. You know what I'm saying? But you can still set up the illusion of it, but hey, what's good, my guy? Talk to me. Mr. Mike in the building, aka Arch Alien in the building. Talk to me, my guy. Did you get to hear what the owner was speaking on today?
Yeah. I saw some of that stuff, man. Which is
give me a quick recap of what you think about that, bro.
Man, I think it's good to hear, man. Great to hear owner basically not being satisfied and saying that he's going to do everything on his end to bring star players or the correct players in here to fix things or whatnot. I appreciate them boldly saying, and Travis Ben said it, that he regret making some of the decisions that he did over the offseason. But you know what I'm saying, it's all good. It's part of the process or whatnot. I ain't tripping or whatever. I mean, I me, I was one of the people that was like, hell no, we need to do some this and that after the conference finals. But a lot of people said running back, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, I understand it. But the main thing though, like I wanted to hop on real quick though, bro, because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I literally try and debate this all the time because I like to dig into it though. But I think the whole needing Trey to play off ball or move around off the ball is a bit like an overrated thing that people talk about or say or whatnot. Because the person that I feel like Trey Young should play like or model his game and stuff after and everything is Chris Paul or like his Steve Nash, who was his favorite player. And if you think about them when you watch them or whatever, you don't see Chris Paul necessarily doing all of that. Like correct point guards or whatever, they don't necessarily. Steph, like I said, like everybody like to bring up Steph, but I wasn't saying necessarily that it wasn't a moment that Steph wasn't doing that per se because it was point guard, but at the same time, like, yeah, Monte Ellis with him. It's a different type of roster and backcourt. But Steph Curry, what I'm saying though, it was already in his DNA to be off the ball, run off of screens, catch and shoot and stuff like that. Trey has never played that way whatsoever. But again, like I said, Chris Paul is a two-way player. Look, I just saw someone. He's a 9-time All NBA defensive player and All NBA regular. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Chris Paul doesn't necessarily give the ball up to somebody on Phoenix, and they got him running off of screens and stuff like that for him to catch and shoot. I understand sprinkling some stuff in there, but as like I said, I feel like as it it's such a dire type thing. No, but it is a dire thing that we need a Devin Booker.
Let me ask you something though, Mike. Let me ask you something though. But Chris Paul isn't their primary scorer neither. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you heard me bring that up though.
Yeah, Trey is for us. So do you?
Trey Young is our leading scorer, or
right.
we have to necessarily, or even that he feels like he have to score and be at the top. He has to have the Chris Paul mentality. Because Chris Paul probably could lead them in scoring, but he doesn't.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That Chris Paul, since I would say, when he left the Clippers, I would say since he left the Clippers, in my opinion, Chris Paul been more of a complimentary scorer, meaning he can score when he want to, but he's not going to come out there and try to dominate a game scoring wise unless it's needed, like he did the other game where he went 14 for 14. But yeah. Do you think having Trey
closed it out though, right? That was at 14-14. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, that was a closeout game. But my question to you is this though, Mike.
Close the game out and stuff like that. It's cool.
But Mike, my question to you is this: do you feel that if Trey Young wasn't our primary scorer, that we would be a better team? Now, hold up, let me add something to that because I know we need some context to that. And we had another player, maybe not. I'm not gonna say an all-star because that's too easy. But say we had Hunter, right? Say Hunter come out next year and give us he averaging 22, 18. Right?
Okay. All right, yeah.
He come out average 22. Do you feel that we could be a better team with Trey being more of a facilitator and getting? Never mind. Yeah, obviously you do because you need to play like Chris Paul. Never mind. Yeah,
at 22 wouldn't necessarily supplant Trey at scoring because I feel like if Trey just be okay at being 24 points a game, that alone would take us to another level. You know what I mean? Right. 24 points per game. You still would be on your way to being a Hall of Famer, giving us the minimum of 10 assists per game. Because Trey get 10 sleepwalking. Trey can get 10 a quarter if you want it. Real talk, Trey can get 10 assists a quarter probably. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's exaggeration. It depends on the teammate actually hitting their shots. But sometimes Trey get in his mode, but he's it's time for me to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's
shimmy one time.
Yeah, so chill that out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Continue to get your guys there because also too, but we can't say it because Trey is young too. But you have to credit Chris Paul. I mean, he's a veteran, but you have to credit him because I guarantee that's why you see Mikal Bridges and so on. So where he at? Because Mikal Bridges, I always liked him, even in college and stuff like that.
Right,
but
right.
He wouldn't. I don't think you'll see so much from him probably as quick or soon stuff like. It'd be a little imagine he was in Sacramento, bro. That's all I'm saying. You feel me?
So you saying basically Chris Paul, when you basically, in my opinion, Chris Paul makes everybody better. That's what I think he did when he went to Phoenix. He helped elevate people's game by giving them the ball where they're gonna be successful at.
He tried in Houston. He got hurt.
Well, he had Harden. He had Harden with him. But you know what, Mike? You know what?
Harden. You know what?
Yeah, you know what? You know what's so funny? They trade. Well, I thought it was hilarious. They traded Chris Paul, but when Chris Paul got hurt in the playoffs, Harden couldn't lead him. And I always thought, I was like, y'all should have got rid of Harden instead of Chris Paul. But I thought. Tell me what y'all think of this. I always said I would prefer Trey to be more of an Isaiah Thomas type player. You know what I'm saying?
Too young to know even. I ain't see Isaiah Thomas, man. You gonna give me somebody a little bit.
Like Zeke, man. Zeke was Zeke was like the face of the franchise of the Pistons, but he really wasn't like the best. He didn't have the best talent on the Pistons because you still had Joe Dumars, which, by the way, they had a small backcourt. You had Vinnie Johnson coming off the bench.
He wasn't the best talent on the team. I mean, like I said,
I
wasn't
mean,
old enough. But
dominant. I
he
mean,
looked
like if you seen Isaiah Thomas, you wouldn't be like, oh snap, this dude. I know he got it. Don't get me wrong, Isaiah Thomas is a Hall of Famer, no doubt, no question. But I'm saying, Isaiah, he'll come out. Some years he will average 19 and 12 on the way to a championship. You know what I'm saying? Even though
19 and 12 from your point guard,
and that's what I'm saying. Even though Isaiah could go out there and give you 30 if he wanted to.
But that's what me and you be talking about, like the way I see it. And I know today's NBA and they be trying to change stuff or whatever, but like the game of basketball is really not designed that way, dog. Like I feel like for your, I won't just say your point guard to stay in such a traditional mindset, but your main distributor and setup person or whatever, the game basketball is not set up for them to be like, the leading scorer per se or whatever. I mean, that's why at times before LeBron did all the LeBron stuff that we know him to or whatever, like that's why the Spurs like shut him down when it came to that point or whatever, and stuff like that so easy. Like that's what Trey just saw, really, But
talk to me, Matt. You wanted to say something, and then we're gonna come to you, Gerald.
Yeah.
I would say two things. One, Mike, you got to keep in mind, Chris Paul is not the shooter Trey Young is. So that's why he's not really running off screens like that, because his game is different. He's more mid-range, floater, elbow type of shot.
Well, I mean, now he is. When he was,
but even back in the day, he was never a high volume.
When he was the Hornets, he was leading them in scoring and everything.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was never a high volume 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Just real quick, for me, I feel like that's just an early decision, or as a mentality of a basketball player. I don't feel like Chris Paul couldn't have went that route. I feel like Trey has made that decision as his basketball playing style is that this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I just feel like we need to come down a little bit. But yeah, my bad.
No, good. But he's a prolific shooter. He's always been a prolific shooter. Chris Paul wasn't really a prolific shooter. Chris Paul was really he was a distributor. He was a distributor back at Wake Forest. We got
to take that prolific away and see he get 40%. Bro, I ain't even gonna hold it.
I'm saying growing. I'm saying growing up, be honest about that. Coming through. High school, AAU, Oklahoma. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. So it's wired in his mind that he's a prolific shooter. So it's different. So that's one. And then two, he talked last week about coming up. He is willing to give the ball up, to come off screen, set screens for other people, run off screens, but he's not asked to do that. They don't have a system in place. So, I think people are confusing his aggression with, I'm not saying he don't have the desire to be, a 30-point a game scorer. I'm not saying he don't want the accolades for that, but a lot of his aggression to me is misplaced because they don't have a system. So you're relying on, and then, the reports kind of validated that part. You're relying on a 23-year-old who's wired as a scorer who can pass, but is wired as a scorer to scale it back and to, fall into place or fall into a structure when there isn't one. So that's my point. Like there isn't a system that he's ignoring and doing his own thing. They don't have a system. If you put in a system and he still is like me, then you can have that conversation about, passing the ball more or being,
So you really think Nate don't be coaching them boys, man? Like you really think Nate don't be saying nothing?
I think he coached them. I think they hard headed.
You seen them inbound plays.
You look at the reports. You don't even got to look at the reports that came out after the season. If you're just looking like basketball wise, if you're looking at them, they don't have no system. It's pick and roll. That's it. There's no. Oh, Gerald don't like to say they don't have a system. Ooh, they have a very elementary system.
Write that jump down.
They got a very elementary system. So when the basic set doesn't work, they got to figure it out.
Adjustment.
They don't have. It's
a lot of read and reaction. I think that's what I feel like people, I guess, don't like about Nate's system, because it is a system. You got to name it that. His system is like, okay, he has his actions, Actions is basically basic fundamental basketball plays or whatever. So when we run this action on this side, you guys read and react. And you got a prolific point guard who is arguably one of the best in the league, reading and reacting and making the pass. The corner, we see him do great passes. So he just got shut down against Miami with it, but he does it all the time. And it's like, it does work in a sense, but at the same time, I agree. It's like we do need some development and more things to happen. A lot of things I think with me or whatever, not to get misconstrued or other people like kind of letting Nate off the hook, because I agree with like the reports were saying about him playing some players. Like basically, it was at a point in the season where and I remember he wasn't gonna play DeLon, and the only reason why DeLon played is basically because Lou quit on the season. If Lou would have been there every single game, y'all, Nate would not have played DeLon right. And that's bullshit. Like, I agree. Like, that's stupid. Like, that, like, bro, like, that's dumb as I don't know it. Because DeLon is a veteran player. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not playing him? That's extremely dumb. You playing him for even more veteran of a player that's just old and can't do nothing? Like, that's dumb. I've never been to one tripping about JJ and stuff not playing, but he did that. That's stupid. Well, with me, I feel like me and Damon, we talk about all the time. I feel like he didn't necessarily get the opportunity due to injuries. Like, if anything, you should have got rid of JC. But Travis didn't necessarily know he was going to have a JJ. Travis literally just went with best player available. Our pick came. He was like, hell, he the best person on the board. What they doing? Give him to me. Now he here. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's how. And Coop wasn't about to see the court. We already knew that. Now,
and you a second round pick. Yeah, you ain't finna see no
Nate
court,
should
bro.
have played Mays. Nate should have played Skyler. That's something else on it. He messed up on that. I knock him on that. He should have played Skyler. As far as like the offense stuff, a lot of stuff or whatever, I think it's a lot of fundamental stuff that we have players lacking, and we gotta get more players in here that's stronger at the small things that you saw DeLon at. All right, going back to that final player of our season that looked like bullshit. Gallo in the corner. Trey wasn't even paying attention. Pay attention to, like I said, I brought back to my memory because I wasn't on when y'all talking about Memphis, and you was highlighting that last play and stuff they did. Even a couple times it was against Minnesota for a win, and then a blow against Golden State. He missed the layup. But look at the players. Those plays work off of execution, though. And then I want everybody to go back and look at the Hawks players, our players in our final game. Boy, we set the sorriest screens ever. In that situation, we supposed to know, everybody gonna know your defender is gonna be on people's hip. You can't do that bullshit. Even Trey did it. Trey literally just walked up to a player and rolled off his back like that. Don't touch him. Don't do nothing. So for a coach is going into the naked eye, look like the coach don't draw no plays. That was some bullshit. But what it was that not one player actually set a pick to get anybody actually open.
But I've been telling y'all that for 2 weeks.
But no, that's true.
Bro.
But that's true. But you got to look at the winning teams. Golden State, Miami. What they talk about it? What Steve Kerr and supposed to talk about?
Things, they got players that do the little things.
Will set a screen and get you up off of the offense.
I got you. But I'm saying they practice, but they practice the fundamentals. They practice how to set a screen. They practice how to inbound the ball. They practice how to do a proper chest pass.
I think they bring players in who do the fundamentals.
But I ain't trying to be funny.
As a franchise, Pat Riley, I don't think he mess with you, bro. If you don't do that,
hey guys, I ain't trying to be funny, right? But if I'm a coach, and I think Mike said this a while back. If I'm a coach at a pro level,
yes, bro,
I'm not spending too much time on the freaking basics. You should already know the basics. Like, bro.
Let me tell you something. You still gotta have reinforcement. You still gotta have a reinforcement.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you listen. I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you about 5 to 10 minutes. Because guess what? How long these dudes practice? Let's not like practice be going for 4 hours. Okay, they be in and out. They be in and out.
Practice, so according to what they be saying these days.
You don't have time to waste. Hey guys, let's start to set a screen. Let me tell you something. If I was coaching and I gotta say, hey guys,
and then they want a system, Demond. They want more plays.
If I gotta take my time to practice the basics, hey, some of y'all maybe you need to be in the G League.
But hold on, Demond and Mike. What's the most successful franchise in the last 10 years in the NBA?
Warriors,
right? Warriors.
What did Steve Kerr do the first practice he got there? What did they do? The whole hour and a half practice. All they did.
Go ahead, because I'm waiting. Because I'm finna count. I already know what you're about to say. But go ahead, so I can.
And I need to go too when you finish.
The first thing he did was how to set a screen. This is how you set a screen. This is how you do a chest pass. This is how you inbounce the ball.
But Matt,
this is Steve Kerr coming in, and you got
some
guys who's in the league.
I bet $100. I bet $100 they don't spend 20 minutes on none of that right now.
No, not right now. But I'm saying at the time when he got there.
So what I'm telling you, my point is this: Nate been here how long now?
Nate's kind of old. And he probably
this is second year. This is second year. He just finished what? His first full year. So what's that? A year and a half, right? Bro, I'm not finna spend all this time on some basic stuff.
Why you can't do it in training camp?
I'm not gonna do it. Exactly. That's what you got training camp for.
But why do I need to practice that?
Yeah, they do. Every team do that.
Everybody do that in training camp.
I mean, there's a difference between doing it and drilling it. Making sure that
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. We don't know what they do. Let's keep it a buck. We really don't know what they do.
It don't look like much.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: that last play I'm gonna tell you something wasn't right. Your star player not sitting in the huddle. Okay, he come out and fuck up the play. Right,
he nailed it in. He was ready to go.
Everybody noticed it too. Everybody knows he fucked up on the play, right? Even though the play was for him as the first option, and he fucks it up, right?
We assuming it was a play, but go ahead.
It was a play because everybody know he sat right there and went over the play.
That it was for
they
him.
reported it. They said Nate drew up the play. Trey couldn't see. Because he sat all the way at the end of the bench, and even if he did try to look down, they said John Collins was standing up and blocking the view, so he couldn't see it anyway. So Nate was drawing.
I was joking.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. But listen, I don't have time to sit here and go over these fundamentals every day, bro. You know what I would be doing? I would be if I was a coach. Hey, if you can't set the screen, I'm gonna have to pull you out, pimp. I'm taking you out the game. Now I understand. It's some basketball politics involved and stuff like that. If certain players are doing it, I understand it's politics. But at the end of the day, bro, as the coach, you got to set a standard, man. And you know what? That's when people start talking about culture. You only can build a culture when you have a standard and you hold the people to the standard of your culture. So you got everybody like to talk about Miami, but Eric Spoelstra, he got the biggest backer. And Pat Riley.
But it's Pat Riley DNA too.
Yeah, Pat Riley.
Trav take some blame on it.
Yeah, he already know.
They know it. They
already know if he pulls somebody out the game and they complain, all he gotta do is say, "All right, go talk to Pat. Since you don't like my answer, go talk to Pat." You know what Pat gonna say? The same shit Eric Spoelstra say.
But are you saying that Travis doesn't do that?
No, what I'm saying is that's how you establish a culture. See, Travis. I'm gonna tell you what Travis do, man. He like to dabble and then hide his hands. You know what I'm saying? I like let the coaches do the coaching, but then turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, I regret these decisions, bro. That's why your head coach is just.
But I'm about to say that's two different things, though. I understand that, though. I literally understand that. I mean,
let me hold on, Mike. Let me get Gerald in here real quick, then I come back to you.
I'm mute my mic, man, so y'all don't hear me. Do.
All right.
So what's the main topic at hand since I came in late?
Bro, you can't ask for speaking time and then be like, "What you talking about?" I thought you finna hop in.
Well,
man, it's been.
I don't want to get off subject.
10 minutes.
Ain't no main topic.
And then say, "Hey, what y'all talking about?"
Well, y'all jumped to like 7 different subjects. I ain't want to get off topic.
We just talking about the off-season moves.
Hop in. What we listen? We talking basically. We talking about. We started off with Mr. Tony Wrestler's comments today. You know what I'm saying? So let's start off with that. What you feel about his comments? How he talked about he not afraid of the tax. He did admit that we did not get better in the offseason. And he says that hopefully we can try to get better this offseason. And he don't mind going after a star player. That's the gist of the whole thing.
Yeah. I remember. I saw it. I heard it today. I mean, he seemed to be as transparent as you could be. As an owner, you could tell he put fire up some people's ass after that Miami series. about the whole season. So I expect some changes to be made. I expect a whole lot of effort to make this team better.
Oh, by the way, I
This
don't know if y'all
offseason.
know, but Robert Covington, he just
He with the
extended.
Clippers.
He stayed with the Clippers. If y'all didn't know, so people can
It
go
don't
and X
bother
him
me
off the
that
list.
much.
He sucked anyway.
I mean, hey, somebody put him in the group, man, talking about this is he the best thing since sliced bread on the
Bro.
defensive side. So I mean, I'm just putting it out there for everybody who
But-
tried to get him.
My fault, Gerald, but he done screwed me out of fantasy FanDuel money too many times, man. I ain't picked that man not one time this season, but in the past though, yeah, bro.
Wait, you didn't pick him? You didn't pick him when we played him?
No, bro, he still ain't do nothing though. I don't think so.
Oh.
Somebody else that went off on us.
But he like a low-key star. He the only dude in the league, well, one of the only dudes in the league that always get traded for a first-round pick in real assets. Like every team he go to, he get traded for a first-round pick and another good young player.
That's good. That show you that he got value around the league, bro.
I mean, he does, but like I said though, it's just like I don't know. It's weird. Like it's weird.
He not gonna fill the stat sheet, but he effective on the floor.
Yeah,
But
he almost
can
like
surely finish 0-0-0-0-0 across the board. He can do that.
I don't think he got Tony Snell beat though. He the king of that shit. He'll play
Tony
30 minutes and not
actually
give
did
you nothing. How you play 30 minutes and don't give me nothing?
I bet you Tony had a plus 22 still.
I bet Tony Snell got a six-pack on that damn cardio he be doing. Because that's all he do is cardio on the court. But go ahead, Gerald. What you think about the owner talking about? He not afraid of the tax.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that. He kind of walked it back just a tad bit. He made it a point of he ain't trying to go into the tax just to prove to everybody he can go into the tax.
That's smart business.
He mentioned he want to do good business. He mentioned that plenty of times. So I mean, I'm on board with it. If you give him room to mess up, you got to give him room to try to fix it. Mm-hmm. So I done did my bitching. So now I'm at the point. All right, let's see what we can do to fix it.
What do you think we can do to fix our situation? Well, let me start with this. Hold up. And this is a question for everybody. What do we need to fix first?
The
number one.
What'd you say, Matt?
The perimeter. We need to fix perimeter shooting guard in particular.
You talk about defensive or offensive side?
Say both sides.
Both. Primarily defense.
So what you trying to tell me? You done with Kevin Huerter?
No, okay. I would keep.
That's our shooting guard.
No.
Yeah, we
done with Kevin Huerter, bro.
No. He can come off the bench because that's still good value.
No, not if we keep
He can't come out of the bench $60 million, man. He got to go.
He out of that, bro.
It's $15 million a year.
Yeah, that's not in 1 year though, man. He make it sound like we're giving them 60 a year.
60 million. 60 million.
But see, this the thing though. With Kevin Huerter, he ain't giving you nothing on defense at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to you, Matt, soon as Gerald finish.
And then on the other end, he might give you 15, then give you 6. May give you 22 and then 2.
Hold on. Before you go any further with that line, Matt brought something up today. Matt, tell attempts.
Say that was
what?
That was you who said about Deandre Hunter shot attempts in his when they asked him about him getting hot.
He said to look at his attempts when that's the first time he didn't have the ball like that all year.
Talking about Kevin Huerter?
No, DeAndre Hunter.
Which probably applies to Kevin Huerter too. That's why you probably see the inconsistency in shot attempts between both of them.
That's why
I wouldn't even put
like Chris Paul. My fault. Let me shut up, man, because that junk get me riled up, bro.
I wouldn't even
Trey pass the ball more. These boys, y'all would see them be a little bit better, but like I said,
I wouldn't even put it. I wouldn't even put it to the point of that's the first time he had the ball that much. Number one, he didn't have cases where he too passive as well.
Well, how about this, Gerald? How about this? That's the first time he shot the ball that much.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, he could have shot the ball that much a lot more all season. I think how he plays in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter and the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, determines how aggressive he's going to be
You know what I think
throughout
it
the
is?
whole game.
I think it's how Trey plays, because what you'll notice is when for some reason it took Trey to figure out he didn't have it going in the fourth quarter, but he seen Hunter get hot, right? I guarantee you this.
You said Trey went like this.
Yeah, he went like this. I guarantee you, bro.
Man,
If Trey was having a half decent game, Hunter wouldn't even had 10 shot attempts. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that now.
That would I disagree with that. That would have depended on Hunter, because it ain't like Trey don't pass the ball.
Bro, they deferred to Trey Young. It's something that make them pass the ball back to Trey when they get it. What is it?
That's what I'm saying. If Trey pass you the ball, it's up to you to have that fuck it attitude. I'm gonna get a bucket. So it ain't like the chances ain't there.
No system, by the way.
But do Chris Paul just pass people the ball any and everywhere?
So what?
Do Chris Paul just give the ball to people any and everywhere?
He do let people work though. He do get in the ball.
He let people go. He let Book go to work.
It's in their strong positions per se. When do we see Trey come down the court and literally be like, Dre, you got this mismatch?
I got the perfect counter to that. I got the perfect counter to that. That ain't necessarily Trey's fault, because nobody moves without the ball.
That's no movement right there. I didn't say anybody had to move. I said come down the court like the general of the floor.
What I'm saying is
Dre and say that block right there, bro. JC move over there, opposite block. Dre right there. Give the ball up in an area where he knows that he basically can kill anybody in the league. Which is,
but it's up to the player.
Hello.
No,
who like that besides y'all?
It ain't up to the player. What he's saying is this, man. What he's saying is this. It go back to what Dominique say. Know your personnel. If I know what your strong suit is, right? I bring the ball down.
Saying.
I see you in the mismatch.
I
see you in the mismatch. Watch this. I don't need you to be aggressive. You know why? Because I'm gonna tell you where to be at. Hey, go right there. Hey, clear out. You see it all the time by some point guards. They'll clear out one side and let their guy go at it because they see the mismatch. You know what we do? We get a mismatch. Half the time we can't even throw the ball to the mismatch. It take us 10 seconds to do that.
Because Gallo the only person that can post up and get on the block. JC don't know how to get open. He can get to his spot, which I think is on that same spot as Gallo. Otherwise, that sorry ass corner three. But anyway. Gallo the only one.
He shoot 38% from 3 pimp. Ain't nothing sorry about that.
Gallo the only one who can exploit a mismatch, bro. Nobody else.
Gallo's the only one that knows how to properly post up. That's not on Trey Young that John Collins don't know how to post up.
No, John can post up, but that's not what he asked to do. That's why he never does it.
He gonna
let me tell you something. I bet you money if I bring the ball down, I see a mismatch, and I say post him up, he'll post him up.
Now, that's I'm not saying he's probably playing against me and you.
What?
That's probably because he's playing against me.
I'm not saying he's gonna give you Hakeem Olajuwon moves. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, man.
No,
this is what I'm saying.
I'm saying that he don't know how to get in position to seal a person off.
Yeah, he does, bro. Go back. He does it plenty of times, bro.
But he's got a position plenty of times.
He does it plenty of times.
I done seen too many times where he let a small dude knock him off the spot.
Yeah, I mean,
that's inexcusable for me. I ain't never seen nobody knock Gallo off a spot.
Hey, we seen Alvarado out hustle and basically shut down Trey in his time.
Let me tell you something, man. Y'all keep talking about Gallo in this post up. Let me tell you something. All he do is post up and do a fadeaway. It ain't like he back him down in the paint and score in the paint. He back him down and do that one leg fadeaway.
But at least he got something that's consistent that he can go to.
John Collins got a consistent turnaround jumper.
Exactly.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
The hell he don't.
I want to trade him, but
don't make me pull them numbers up, dog. Don't make me pull them numbers up, dog.
JC said John Collins got a turnaround jumper.
You got that right. He got a turnaround jumper.
When he shoots the ball, y'all are right. It is high efficiency. However, my issue is he don't get to the spot enough.
Bro, he don't
fumble the ball. Yes, he does have a turnaround.
He moved too damn slow when he gets the ball.
But he does. He got to do that. He got to react faster in his post moves. I agree with that. He got development. Dude. What I'm saying is that it's times that I see it where it's like even Trey got to know it's like, okay, this is a time when John can succeed. This ain't a super physical player on him. It's not PJ Tucker. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't give it to him on PJ Tucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, nah, JC, you ain't finna do nothing. Like, bro, finna push you on up out of there. Come up here, JC. Let's do this pick and pop, and you get an open three real quick. I run that in that situation, but it's times where it's like, yeah, Trey got a lot of times Trey he see the mismatch for him. He see that it's a big on me now, so he just basically does the one-on-one, and which is he successfully does a lot of times. But that doesn't necessarily give your teammates the reps and all this and stuff. So when it comes playoff time or big game moments, shoot, they trash because they trash. You got to build them up throughout the season too. It's just Trey will learn that as a leader. He'll understand that like building and like doing that throughout the season and all that stuff and everything. So they really different.
I think Trey need better players around him.
That agree. I agree.
He needs better players around him because
at the end of the day, see, y'all keep saying he need better players, bro. Great players make other players better. Look at Chris Paul, man. What was Phoenix record before he got there? And
hold on. They was undefeated in the bubble. They was undefeated in the bubble.
They was undefeated in the bubble.
No, they was they was undefeated on the little regular season part of the bubble and got their ass whipped. They didn't even. Did they make the playoffs that year?
If they went
that's different.
They were a decent team.
They was undefeated.
Bro. What was their record before Chris Paul got there?
But they made roster changes.
What was their record? What roster changes did they make?
I get your point. Even when they had Devin Booker, they wasn't what they are now without Chris Paul.
Exactly. That's
I got that, point. But they got different. They have different players that you telling me different.
So who they got that's different? So they got. Let me tell you.
Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges.
They have different players that excel at different things.
Oh, we don't have players that excel at nothing.
Don't know shit. Not
how
really.
How many all-stars on Phoenix?
Seriously,
Booker and who?
Chris Paul.
Bro, but they got a perennial all NBA defender on their team as well.
Who?
So I'm gonna give it Mikal Bridges.
So who was supposed to be DeAndre Hunter?
Hold on, time out. Mikal is a perennial. You assuming and talking future wise, right?
Exactly.
The perennial all NBA defender is Chris Paul on that team.
I think Mikal Bridges.
I'm talking future wise. Yes.
Yeah. Mikal Bridges is a little overrated as a defender.
So what about Hunter? So Hunter
can
be a
I think if you put DeAndre in Phoenix, you don't think he'll be at least Mikal or better? I think he'll be better if you
put who?
DeAndre Hunter and Chris in Phoenix right now. In Mikal Bridges' spot, you don't think that man? I think he'll be better than Mikal Bridges.
That boy,
I think DeAndre has a higher ceiling than Bridges. What I'm saying is that Bridges has he plays his role like to a T for that team.
Answer the question. You ain't answer the question though.
I said he has a higher ceiling than Bridges.
No, that's not the question. He said if Hunter played on Phoenix, taking Mikal Bridges' spot, would he be better up there than he is with us? Don't say yeah, bro. You ain't got to think about it, bro. Come on.
No, they run a different type system. We don't have a Devin Booker.
Bro,
he should be better with us because we don't have a Devin Booker that can take over as well.
You know what? I can't remember. I think, and I hate to give this dude credit, man, but DJ Incobb be 100% right. Some of us as fans, we got an excuse. It's the system. It's this. No. The team is built as a whole.
I can't assume that they just gonna be plug and play. They ain't been in that situation with a player.
Bro, they professionals, dog. I mean,
the only plug and play person that they have on their team is really Jay Crowder.
The only what? What about
the only plug and play person they have?
What you mean plug
that
and play?
Would like prove DeMond's theory to be true? Would be like Jay Crowder or something, but he played the exact same role as he did in Boston.
No, bro.
Who's the other plug and play guy?
Bro, you can plug and play anybody on the Sun. That's how good they are. You could take Devin Booker,
but they haven't brought anybody in for you. You assuming now? They
What am I
haven't brought
assuming?
anybody in to prove that to be true.
You mean bringing somebody from the outside in, meaning plug and play like somebody else that brought in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I can't just say Deandre Hunter will be better in this situation.
I think he would.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily a plug and play type situation. Let's just say because him and Mikal was drafted the same year, right? Or no?
If they wasn't, then it's like 1 year difference.
I think they were
They close.
No, they was the same year because Mikal up for a contract, ain't he? He up for contract extension this year, ain't he?
No, he re-signed.
He re-signed already, or
Last
he did?
year.
Last year, that means he came out a year before Hunter.
I don't know that exact situation, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, just imagine DeAndre was drafted there and not the Hawks, like, and playing with Chris Paul. That's all I'm saying. I really believe that.
I'll tell you like this,
$100
and I'm a double on what Mike said. Right? Well, it's not doubling, but I'll tell you this: you put Mikal Bridges on the Atlanta Hawks and replace DeAndre Hunter, you're not getting that same production you get from him in Phoenix. Yes or no?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
and that go back to what the point that Mike is trying to make. Chris Paul makes players better. How? Putting them in position to be successful. Now, I will say this.
All I'm saying is that we don't have a Devin Booker.
You don't need a Devin Booker, bro.
What I'm saying.
We're talking about making players better. I'm not. Listen. Everywhere Chris Paul went, everybody numbers go up. When he went to the Clippers, they became a straight up playoff team. Everybody numbers went up.
So
when
what's DeAndre Hunter's numbers right now? What's his numbers?
When he went to Houston, elevated the whole franchise.
13-2, maybe.
Dang, bye. Don't sound bad.
He went to Phoenix. He took them to 60 wins into the finals.
DeAndre Hunter probably will average the same, but he'll probably shoot better from the floor.
No, I think he'll average more. You know why? Because I think Chris Paul will tell him, "Hey, you need to get these buckets, dog."
I'm saying that he probably wouldn't, because Devin Booker would take a lot of those shots away from him to have the opportunity to average more.
No, that ain't the truth. Because one, Hunter not touching Booker getting his shots regardless, bro. He the star player. But so you telling me you got Mikal Bridges who averaging double digits, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you he get more shots. I mean, excuse me, that Hunter will get more shots playing in Phoenix than he does in Atlanta. Shot attempts.
I think Bridges will get more shots in Atlanta than Hunter will get in Phoenix. I think Hunter would get you the same production.
Nah, man. I can't agree with that.
I feel
because they have more go-to offensive guys than Atlanta does. Is why I'm saying that. So
wait. What you mean go-to, bro? Why are we paying Kevin Hurt and he's supposed to score the ball?
Bro, he ain't a go-to guy. I'm just saying.
Why we paying him? This dude look like a role player right now.
I'm done with him too. I get what y'all saying. I just disagree because they have, between Chris Paul and Devin Booker, how many shots is that?
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Chris Paul don't shoot the ball like that unless it's necessary, dog. Chris Paul goes some games where he won't have more than 10 attempts, bro. Because he don't need it. He gets other players going. Now,
how many shots did he average this year per game?
We have to look stuff up like that because I main thing is though, or with Phoenix at the end of their games, are there shot attempts when you look at Chris Paul versus the other players?
Everybody gets a good shot.
Huh? What's that?
I say everybody gets a good shot 9 times out of 10.
No, that's one thing. Everybody gets a good shot. A good shot with Trey is basically a lob or corner three, basically. That's what you're going to get, basically.
Is Monty Williams a better coach than Nate?
Say what?
Monty Williams a better coach than Nate?
He probably younger.
I would say Monty Williams. I think Monty Williams.
He went to the finals, so I can't say no.
I think
Monty Williams also had his times that he didn't do well or whatever, and I think his perfect connection is Chris Paul. Like his best times has been with Chris Paul.
Bro, without Chris Paul, the Suns don't go to the finals.
Well, not just the Suns.
But didn't he go to the playoffs He went to the playoffs with New Orleans.
Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he went with New Orleans as well.
Eastwan Moore.
And what happened?
They ran into the Warriors.
They lost to the Warriors.
In what round? What round?
First round.
The first round.
There you go. Boom. Get him out of here. Listen, man.
No. He went to the second round one year.
Okay, and Nate McMillan
Oh
took us
yeah,
to the
because they beat.
but Nate McMillan took us to the conference
They beat
finals.
Portland.
What I'm saying, but yep, Nate took us to the
McMillan got us
conference
to the
finals, but
he got us to the conference finals.
Hey, Demond.
right, but Monty just went to the finals.
But Demond,
Because he has better players now.
But Demond, last year was Nate's only time getting out the first round.
That was his first.
Listen,
Yeah, that
let
was
me
his
tell you
first
something
time
about Nate.
getting out.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I think. I don't care what Nate did with the other teams. I don't care.
Yeah, I think Nate
I don't care what he did with Portland. I don't care about none of that. I care what he do for the Atlanta Hawks. Did he get us past the first round before? Yes.
Yeah.
Did he get us to the conference finals for the second time in our history? Yes.
Yeah.
Did he lead us to our first win in the conference finals in Atlanta Hawk history?
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's saying
But you asked if Monty was better than Nate.
Yeah, but you can't. But it's what the thing about the talent thing, or crediting the talent to Nate stuff or whatever. I'm gonna say you can't do that, but like you almost can't, because literally that's every coach in history who won a championship. No championship coach wins with bums.
You
they
gotta
all got talent when they win a championship.
But
you still gotta have elite talent though. Let's be real.
Coach Bud just had what?
Bro,
MVP
you get Phil Jackson. You get
and
Phil Jackson to coach the Atlanta Hawks. We not winning championships like the Bulls.
Exactly.
Okay?
I think Phil Jackson would have just lost in the play-in or first round too. You feel me? I think Larry Brown would have just lost too.
Phil wouldn't have made the playoffs because his philosophy was. I mean, he had the triangle. That was to help the people that couldn't get their own shot.
Right, Phil. We probably wouldn't even sneak the playoffs.
And you gotta have smart ball players. You gotta have.
And he wasn't calling no timeout if your ass was in trouble.
Exactly. He gonna tell you to y'all get mad at Nate about that though. But that's what I'm saying. Phil Jackson don't want to coach now because he probably feel like, nah, this ain't my era. I'm past on. I'm too old.
And he like he cats hard headed.
But Mike and Demond, let me pull up this this roster for y'all. Since y'all talk about talent, this Boston Conference Finals team with Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
Right.
So we talking what? This what 20 what? This like 2017?
This 2016.
Okay.
So you got Smart, you got
Marcus
Bradley,
Smart.
you got Crowder, you got Kelly Olynyk, Jarrett Sullinger, Isaiah Thomas, Evan Turner, Jonas Jerebko, and RJ Hunter. That team made the conference finals, right? So then the next year they got Jaylen Brown. They lost in the first round. The next year they got Jason Tatum, and then they got to the conference finals again, right? So just that first team that I named with Isaiah Thomas, Kelly Olynyk, Jay Crowder, Jarrett Sullinger, and Marcus Smart, that team is not better than this team.
I don't care. They didn't win a championship.
I'm saying, but they won 50.
And we won 60 games.
When?
In 2015, 2016?
No, I'm talking about this team.
Well, you can't compare an old ass team with our current team. That's why
he's saying that's a roster that refutes your lack of talent argument with.
No, it don't, because my lack of talent argument is for championships, not playoffs. If you're not winning a championship, I don't care.
And it does happen from time to time, but the closest team and the only example really to refute what we're saying is really the Detroit Pistons. That's it. But even then, you can debate that those players was pretty damn good. But
you got a Hall of Fame coach. They had a Hall of Fame coach.
But Demond, why are y'all talking about a championship team? No one said this was a championship team.
No, we're talking about talent.
Championship though, and y'all knocking Nate in a sense or whatever. So it's like for me, I feel like. Me personally, I'm
not knocking Nate. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying straight up. I think Monty better than Nate.
But Nate, I feel like Nate just where we are right now. LP was the first stage. Nate is the second stage. We got about like another year or two of it, and then now it's time to expect somebody to get us over that next month.
Maybe Nate is our Mark. Maybe Nate is our Mark Jackson.
Yeah, because Brad Stevens is waiting on our Steve Kerr to show up next year.
Brad Stevens.
How many Steve Kerr's gonna show up? Because it ain't but what, maybe 5, maybe 6.
Before Steve Kerr took over the Warriors, he was freaking terrible as a general man. He was an assistant coach at the Spurs. So let's not act like Steve Kerr walked in there some high IQ.
That's why I'm asking this. How do we find the Steve Kerr? Because they just looked up on him.
Brad, like I said,
No, you know what?
No.
You know what I think?
I
You know
take
what I
that
think, Gerald?
He
You know what
looked
I
up
think?
on them players.
You know what I think it is? I think it's
Yeah.
it's a combination of both. You need a good coach to fall in on good players. Let's be honest here.
But
The players got to buy in too.
Look what he fell on, right? That Mark Jackson established, couldn't take him to that next level, right? You bring in Steve Kerr, and that's what I was saying. Steve Kerr, before he got there, bro, he had just got fired as the GM from the Phoenix before he became an assistant at San Antonio. He got fired.
All I'm saying is with the talent. Let's talk about you and Mike. When Steve Kerr go back and read. When Steve Kerr got to Golden State, nobody was saying that they were a champion. They had a championship roster that was underachieving. That's how the Golden State.
It depends on who you listen to.
No,
Mark
that's
Jackson.
Mark
Jackson said that's the best. He said I have the best backcourt in basketball.
No, I got that.
He's saying that because he would have coached, but nobody outside of that was saying that.
What I'm telling you is this: I don't care what the outside people say. I take my cue from the coach because he there with them in practice every day.
But he never said they had a championship team.
Shoot, man. Yeah, he just said he had the best backcourt. That's all he said.
But it shows you the type of talent that Steve Kerr fell on. What are we good at? What do we have the best in basketball in?
I would venture to say,
we get a new coach right now, bro. Sell me, Gerald. Matt, sell me the Atlanta Hawks. If I'm a head coach and you want to hire me, one of y'all sell me on the Hawks.
You want to go ahead, Gerald?
Can I
go? I'll go first.
Sell me.
I'm
go first.
Mr. Gerald, you the GM.
Right.
I'm the coach. Mr. Gerald.
Let me do it.
Why should I be the coach of the Atlanta Hawks?
Let me do it, Gerald. So I can go. I'm about to go.
All right, go ahead and go first. Go first.
Hey, man, if I'm trying to sell you to come to Atlanta to coach the Hawks, first off, we face to face.
Yeah.
All right, cool. First off, we're gonna meet at the strip club. All right, and then I'm gonna have Lou. Lou's still gonna be part of everything, right? Even though he ain't playing no more. I mean, he been quit. Man, we gonna whip up some new flavored wings. We're gonna get the coach his own wings, and we're gonna start selling these things everywhere across the city. But nah, for real though, man, I'm gonna tell him, man, that basically like what Wrestler already been doing, Tony been doing. We laying the foundation. You want to be part of something great. You want to be the beginning of a new culture, a new establishment. It's easy to go be a part of something that's already established, but come and establish something here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We want to be the championship. I mean, but if somebody don't want to be a part of that, well, then kick rocks then. You feel me?
That's the reason why I said that, because every bad thing can say the same thing.
But so what I'm gonna tell you.
What's that? All right, but anyway, like I said, if I'm Tony, I just let them know and reassure them that, like, basically you got everything you need from me to be able to succeed as a coach. We got the best facilities. You ain't gonna get nothing better, anywhere in the country. I don't care. They do got more rings than us or whatever, but you're not gonna get better facilities than here. I want to win. I mean, that's really all you can do. Like I said, if they don't want to be a part of it, I don't want you. I'm not gonna beg for you to be here. If you don't want to be here, then gone. I do want somebody who wants
Damon, if you gotta sell it, then that's the wrong person.
Well, there you go.
I mean, it depends, because sometimes you don't see when teams go after certain coaches.
Well, that's true too.
That's true too, but you're gonna have it gotta be like an organic fit for it to work.
That's not what they do in football.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. In football, they be like this. Them gentlemen, they be like, hey, can we interview your coordinator?
So I'll sell you tomorrow. So
sell me the Atlanta Hawks.
All right, we got a top 5 point guard in the game, top 3, depending on who you ask, right?
And then I'm gonna tell you, but he don't make nobody else better.
His assists say differently though. So
that's a good rebuttal. And
because his assists don't. The players' numbers don't say that. Because
he don't make Capella better.
Their numbers all the same. Capella don't give me nothing he don't give me nothing. He can't shoot. I can't throw him the ball. All he do is rebound and get alley-oops. That's it.
Without the alley-oops, what's Clint Capella?
Capella's he's nothing. That's what I'm telling you. No, I ain't so no, he don't make Clint. Clint looks good on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side, he's terrible. All right. And I don't care how many times Trey passing the ball. I don't care.
All right. I got a top 5 point guard. I got 5 guys on the team that shoot above league average from 3, right? I got a GM that knows how to win a championship because he was in Golden State. He know how to win championships. I got an owner that's willing to spend money so you can have the best staff in the NBA. We already got the best facilities in the NBA. And I'm willing to, because we all know Travis is very collaborative. So I'm willing to listen if you're a proven name. I think I want to add that in.
Yeah,
so
I'm a proven championship coach.
So we can partner together to build or change out the pieces that you don't want so we can get a more collaborative, inclusive team that I like offense. You maybe like defense, so we can mix and match to get the right pieces in.
Okay, Mr. Matt, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You say I can move players to
no mix and match.
Oh, so I don't have to. So I can't move who I want to move
No.
in order to build a championship roster.
You can
okay,
have.
I'm gone. Thank you
You
for
want to be the
your
head coach,
time.
you want to be over the operations.
I want to be over the
that's my
operation.
job.
I'm a
What am I supposed to do?
championship coach. Listen,
I got a championship too.
No, you got assistant championship. I'm a championship coach. You was an assistant to the assistant GM. You ain't build the shit.
Oh
I coached the championship. So you telling me I have no roster flexibility?
No. I'll tell you what you can do. I'll give you a 20 roster. I'll give you a 20 roster team. You can trim it down to 15.
Okay.
What?
Because in training camp they got 20 guys that's on the roster and they have to trim it down.
I'm not worried about the training camp because what you just telling me, I get rid of the camp bodies. That's what you just told me.
Yeah.
The dudes who ain't gonna make the team anyway, that I'm gonna cut anyway.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go on to sell you. This my little way of selling.
Sell me.
All right, Demar, what's it gonna take?
Okay, I need control of the roster.
When you say control of the roster, to what extent?
Control of the roster meaning one, I need to be able to play who I want without any repercussions. I don't care if it's the superstar or not. And I need you to back me on that. So if I decide that our star player is not getting it done, say I want to bench him or not start him, I need to have that confidence that the front office has my back.
Well, you didn't put it like that.
All right, what else?
Okay.
Hold on, man.
I need roster flexibility, meaning that I need to be able to trade and I need you to go get the players that I suggest or a type of that or a player that fit that mode that I suggest.
So
I need to be able to trade or make moves as I feel.
So when you say as you feel,
right? If I think I need to trade, I'm gonna come to you. I say, hey, we need to get rid of this guy. We need to go get a guy like this.
Okay, so you're not necessarily saying I need to get rid of Kevin Huerter and I need to go get Marcus Smart. I just need to get somebody that plays like Marcus Smart, or I got to go get Marcus Smart.
Well, no, I would say I prefer Marcus Smart, but I understand it take two people to make a trade. But I could take a player that fit that caliber, and if I need to, I'll give you names of other players that fit that mold that you can try to go get for me.
Okay, so if I get you all that, how long will it take you to bring me a championship?
What's our record now?
Let's just say we 45-27 or 45-37.
45-37. 3 years. 3 years.
You can get me that in 3 years.
3 years. Yep. I need a 5-year contract.
Oh,
if you can promise me a ring, how much money on that 5-year contract? If you can get me a ring in 3.
Oh, I need a contract. I need 5 years. I need 5 years, $50 million.
50 million total? 50 million total. You done already but he done already won a championship, so he ain't talking too crazy.
Yeah, remember I'm a
championship coach. He like Phil Jackson. He like Papa Phil Jackson or somebody like that. So all right, so
Matt,
10 million a year?
Hey Matt, do me a favor. If you got time, look how much they paid Phil Jackson to work for the Knicks.
But hold on. I'm about to say because Travis only made like 6 or 7. So
that don't matter.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that don't matter.
Watch this. Do you follow football, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
You know John Gruden make more than the general manager, right?
But he kind of was
when he was with the Raiders.
Right.
But he kind of was.
The GM normally don't make as much as the coach on a good team.
Exactly.
on a good team, they don't make as much as the head coach. But DeMar, so you said 5 years, 50 million. So you good at 10 million a year equally?
Yeah, I need 10 million a year, dog.
10 million a year. You can get me a ring in 3 years. You gonna let me know what players you need to bring that ring in 3 years?
Yep, and I'm gonna build my own staff. I don't need your assistance building my staff because I'm a championship coach. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. So let me ask, last question. Trey Young, is he tradable?
Everybody's tradable.
Oh, hell no.
So
Don't say it.
So under
No,
what circumstance
listen to me.
Under what circumstance would Trey be tradable?
Listen, Mr. Gerald Ticket, listen to me, man. I'm a championship proven winning coach. I have championships, right? If I don't need no limitations. If I tell you, hey, we need to make a move here and there, I need you to support me. I don't need you to say, well, you know what? I like this guy. He's our best player. If I tell you he's not working, I need to know you got my back.
I got what you're saying. I'm on the basketball side, I'ma back you. The only reason why I asked you what would it take to trade Trey Young is because he's the highest grossing athlete in this city.
Listen, Mr. Gerald, I'm gonna ask you this:
Okay.
Do you want money or you want championship?
Well, I got.
You want to sell merchandise or do you want a Larry O'Brien trophy?
I want a Larry O'Brien trophy while making the money.
Well, guess what? If we win a championship, Mr. Gerald, you gonna make your money.
Correct. What would it take to trade Trey Young? Under what circumstances would you tell me, okay, Trey gotta go?
Oh, basically, I mean, it'd have to be something major. It would be like, insubordination or something like that.
Okay, I got you. All right. So 5 years, 50 million, you control the roster. My franchise guy, you'll get rid of him if it makes sense.
Yeah, and it would have to be something major.
I got you. Okay, boom. We got a deal. We got a deal when you want to meet the team.
Hey, right now, let's go.
Come on, this is why I was saying.
Boom.
Put me on the private jet.
See that? I let him control what he wanted, and I already had in my mind what I could give him. And if he give me a number that's around what I can give him, we good.
No, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for money. The problem with that is same reason why Stan Van Gundy didn't go to Golden State back, before they got hired, because they wanted Van Gundy originally.
Draymond would have beat Van Gundy ass.
They didn't even want Kerr. They wanted Van Gundy, but he wanted personnel control. And Bob Myers and Travis is like, then what the hell are we here for? No, we're not about to give you roster control.
I think the word player control is a little bit strong.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it still would have to go through the general manager.
Yeah, but when you say player control, that's why I went more in depth with the quote with the coaching candidate to see what he meant by that. Because on face value, that's like, okay, you want to be the basketball operations too?
No, I want to be basketball operations. I want to be the head coach.
But you're telling me, but ain't Demond, ain't you telling me I'm your assistant? Because if I want this guy and you don't want this guy, we're not gonna get the guy, right?
Exactly. Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. That's why you always hear me say the GM and the coach have to be on the same page.
They got to be locked still. That's why they got to have that. They got to have that back and forth like that.
This is the job of the GM. The GM gets players that the coach need to run his system. That's what the GM does. The GM just don't go out, you know what, I like this guy, let's get this guy. Oh, I like him, let's get him. And then you send them to the coach and be like, coach, make that shit work. That's like when your grandmama used to give you $1 and say, go get me a pack of Newports. You be like, them shit $7, make it work. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. If you 45 and 37, do you kill the roster or do you tweak?
Depends on how old they are and how far we made it.
I'm saying, let's say we the Hawks.
Are we the Hawks?
Yeah.
And I was taking over the head coach of the Hawks. First thing I'm doing, I'm moving Clint Capella. I'm upgrading that position if possible. If I can't move him, then I'm telling Travis, hey, we need to draft a backup big man. I would like a big man that's a minimum of 6'11" to 7 feet.
Like Baycott or the boy from Duke.
Exactly.
Oh, I
that
forgot
way,
to ask this
so
coach.
now I need you to draft him. So guess what? Now I ain't got to worry about the money, right?
So what if I can't get him, what else?
Your draft
What
board?
else would
I don't
suffice?
want listen. I don't want the best player available. I want the best big available that you can get.
So, Damon, would you swap? Because what I read today, he's available in trades. Would you swap Capella for Woods in Houston? Christian Wood?
No.
Christian Wood can't stay healthy.
And he already showed signs of insubordination when he refused to go in the game. Well, I ain't
Well,
tolerating that
they
shit.
suck. So
I don't care.
But see,
That's his job.
That's a
his
character
job.
issue. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm paying him.
You paying $50 million. You getting paid $50 million to be trash.
Exactly. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna tell, and that's one thing you gotta bring into consideration, Matt. When we speak about culture, you can't have a player like that on your team refusing to go in the game, dog. You can't do it. That sets the tone. Now as the coach, now you got to handle this guy, and that now the relationship between you and that player is gone because it's a reason he didn't go back in that game, which was because he didn't take that shot. So the coach said, "Well, you're gonna have to sit out the first quarter." And instead of being a man and say, "You know what? I'll sacrifice the first quarter not to do whatever," and going in, I'm not going in. See, I can't tolerate it on my team. I can't.
Yeah, that's some 13-year-old shit.
During the game, I don't have time to be arguing with you. Hey, Woods, get in. I ain't going in. I ain't got time to argue with you, dog. You know what I would have done? I'd have did him like AB. Well, get your ass off my bench. Get your ass in the locker room. That's what I would have told him.
And I don't know if Christian Wood is anywhere near the rim protector that Clint Capella is.
He isn't. He not.
Well,
that good,
I'm
bro.
expecting Onyeka, who led when he got drafted.
But
guess
what? And that's why I said, guys, I would just address the backup big in the draft. Now I can go after a guy who already fits the criteria that I want him to have.
If it's me, I'm going to get Baycott or whatever.
Well, whatever big is available. What I think we picking 16, 17, somewhere around there. Whoever's available, I'm getting my backup big, not another freaking forward.
Don't get another forward.
I'm getting them in the draft. Because why? I can go after a guy who already has the skill set that I want on my team for my big.
So what you gonna do? Ain't you
without breaking the bank?
Ain't you logged in at that position though?
Not at center, I'm not.
You not?
No. Who I got? Clint Capella. Who else?
You got Onyeka.
He ain't 7 feet, dog.
Onyeka gonna go to the 4.
You think so?
Yeah, he gonna back up. He gonna back up John because we gonna get rid of Gallo.
But see, it don't matter.
What you gonna do with Jalen Johnson?
But guess what? He gonna play. But this is what I would do. If I draft a backup big, I don't have to worry about giving him all this playing time because he's a rookie. I'm gonna play him, but I ain't gotta say, you know what? I'm paying this guy $40 million. Well, excuse me, I'm paying this guy $15 million and he's sitting on the bench. I ain't gotta worry about. I got a young big on a rookie deal for the next 4 years. I can guide him along as how I please. You see what I'm saying?
Man, forget that guiding. I need you.
But you know what I mean.
I need your ass to crash the boards.
There you go.
That's what the Hawks need.
And guess what? Now I got him doing it on a rookie contract.
Right. I agree with you, but I'm listening to what Travis said the other day, and I'm watching. Like, if you look at the people they're bringing in for the pre-draft workouts, they're all forwards and combo guards. So
we don't need.
So I'm thinking that he's not going to draft the big man. I'm thinking he's going to draft a shooting guard and then address a backup big in free agency.
Why would he draft a shooting guard when you already got $60 million?
I'm gonna tell you why,
You got $60 million tied up in Bogey. You got $60 million tied up in Kevin Herter. Why would you draft another one?
Because he probably thinking, and I kind of agree with this now that I think about it. He probably not thinking that Baycock and the boy from Duke is going to be available at 16. They probably going to go in the top 7.
But what I'm saying is this. That's why I said.
Yeah, but them the only 2 bigs that fit your criteria in the draft.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
You said 6'11".
Bro, it's more than two dudes that's 6'11". That's going to be in the draft.
But I
bro.
think he's like,
Bro.
I don't think Bogey's going to be, personally, I don't think Bogey's going to be on the roster next year.
He ain't
I don't
going
think-
nowhere.
I
No,
think
I'm
he
just
is.
saying. I think
Bro,
Gallo and Hurt are gone.
Unless we trade him for a superstar, them dudes ain't going nowhere. But now,
Because
I don't
we-
want to say superstar. My bad. Let me say if we're not traded for at least an all-star caliber
All-star.
player, they're not going nowhere. You're gonna trade them and get what?
Because you got to think like, okay, at the
Why would you
deadline-
trade? Why would you trade just to go get another player that do the exact same thing?
No, I think they're going to. I think they're going to trade Bogdanovich for more of a defensive-minded two guard. Well, really,
Why?
a
When
combo
all they
guard.
got to do is just
Well, they can
re-sign
just trade
DeLon
Hunter.
Wright. Just
Well, you
re-sign
gotta-
them.
Well, you got to trade a player to other guy. Herder value is
We got to have a defender in the place of Herder, Damon.
Just go re-sign DeLon Wright. What are you talking about?
No. I'm talking about a starting shooting guard.
I'm saying the starting shooting guard.
Bro, I'm not. Listen, Herder and Bogey, they're your starting shooting guard right there, dog. Until you move them.
I'm
and who
saying
you gonna
we
get- and who
we
you
got to
gonna-
move them.
Yeah.
Well, we got to move Herder.
and get who in return, bro?
But
Who?
okay,
For Herder,
Who you gonna get in return? That's what I'm asking.
okay. So like at the trade
that
deadline,
I take.
they could have
It's a
got.
whole bunch of damn people I take for Herder.
Name
So
'em.
Damon, at the trade deadline, they could have got they could have traded Bogdanovich for either Derek White or Malcolm Brogdon. Either one is an upgrade.
I'm not getting rid of Bogey for Brogdon.
No,
You
I'm
not.
saying Kevin Herder.
You hold on, wait. You not trading Bogey for Malcolm Brogdon?
No,
Brogdon
bro,
can't stay healthy.
Bogey coming off the bench giving me 20 a night. Why would I get rid of that? Why would I do that? Why would I
Yeah,
give up 20
man,
a
I'm
night?
not. You don't want to trade Bogey. You want to trade Herder.
No, you want to trade Bogey because Herder's the younger player who's on a cost-controlled deal. You don't want
Bruh.
to trade Bogdanovich. I mean, you don't want to trade
I'm not
Kevin Herder for Bogdanovich because Bogdanovich is already at his ceiling. You're projecting Kevin Herder's still going to go up.
Bruh, he ain't
No,
win nothing for
That's
4
not,
years.
that's not how you do it, bro. What you do is this. Kevin Herder, you use that same argument in year 1 and year 2, bro.
Yeah,
He is on his
he
second
can't do
contract. This dude is who he gonna
that. He
be.
ain't got no better, bruh.
Listen, he gonna be who he is on this team currently constructed. Now he might go somewhere else, get a better opportunity, and turn out to be something. But
you
guess
gotta
what?
think-
On this team, that's the Kevin Herder you're gonna get right there.
You
Well,
got
you
you
gotta
got to get rid of Herder.
Bogey, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying I foresee them getting rid of Bogdanovich first.
You might
Because
well take.
He's been hurt 2 years in a row. He's 30. He make $18 million a year. You're not going to extend him. He's extension eligible this summer. You're not going to extend a player like that who plays no defense. So I'm thinking if he already said they want to get better on better perimeter defense. So if I'm getting better perimeter defense,
You get rid
I
of
can
Kevin
move
Herder.
You
to the
get
bench.
rid of
You get
Kevin
rid of
Herder.
He's terrible on defense.
So
Terrible.
Bogdanovich's lack of
Terrible.
defense isn't
guess
as
what?
valuable
Let me tell you
as
what.
Herder's lack of defense.
Let me tell you what Bogey
Because-
showed me. Bogey showed me he a bucket go getter. He ain't scared. Kevin
But
Herder's scared.
that's an asset you can trade.
Kevin
Why would
Herter's
you
an
trade
asset.
it when the starting guy don't give you nothing?
Kevin Herter's an asset. It's all about how you sell that asset.
Because all I'm saying is Herder is more palatable on the bench. If I put Herder on the bench, I can live with that because he's only making $15 million a year. If
What
I
you think?
keep
Bogey
Bogey,
only making 18. That's only
but I have to
$3
sign
more
him to an
million.
extension to keep him.
No, you don't.
No, I'm saying next year is his last year of his deal.
Well, I don't care about that. I care about the season.
but
'cause
you
guess
gotta
what?
look 2-3
Because
years
guess what?
down the-
If he play like a bum, you let him leave.
but you're not gonna get as much value because it's
I
an
don't. But see,
expiring
I don't
deal.
need. I don't care about value for him. You know why? One, he not an all-star player. Two, I ain't draft him. I signed him as a free agent. So if he scrub out, go ahead.
That's what
leave.
I'm saying. You're gonna
I don't
keep the
care.
guy you drafted.
No, I'm getting rid of Kevin Herter. That's what I'm getting rid of. I'm not getting rid of Bogey. Bogey just showed me he too aggressive. He a bucket go getter.
Bogey a dog.
How many times, bro? How many times you gonna sit here and give Kevin Herter another year and
No,
hope he develop into some shit?
No, I'm not opposed to trading him. All I'm saying is if I have to choose between Herder and Bogdanovich, I'm keeping Herder because Bogdanovich is older. He doesn't play defense either. He's injury
But who
prone.
give you more? Who give you more production?
All right, if you trade Herder,
Who give you the production?
yeah, that's the question.
Who give you the production though?
I can make that up though.
No, you can't, because Kevin Huerter ain't showed you he can do it.
Huh?
So show me a season Kevin Huerter averaged 18 points a game.
No. I'm saying I could go get a few guys to make that up.
Why would
You can't go get wait.
So I'm gonna get rid of a guy who already give me 18 points a night to go get 3 dudes and hope they give me 18 points total together. That makes no sense.
I'm balancing out my bench because think about it, right? If Bogdanovich isn't scoring, the nights he's not scoring, he gives you nothing. Huerter's the same way.
Huerter don't give you nothing, period. It ain't even no if.
What does Huerter give you when he don't score the ball?
It ain't even no if.
What he give you? He don't give you no playmaking. He don't attack the basket. He don't give you nothing on the defensive side of the ball.
But that's
what does he give you?
But he gives you 4 more years of a controlled cost. That $15 million.
And guess what? See, you keep saying that, but let me keep it real. That's gonna be 4 years, and your return on investment going just like this. Every year he play like a bum. Woo! So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm dumping a wise value high.
But his value ain't high. Bogey's is.
So Matt, let me give you a stat. And this works in pretty much all sports.
Okay.
Players get better. Year 1 to year 3, you're going to see the biggest improvement with a player, no matter the sport, assuming they get the playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
From year 3 to when they retire, you're not. So year 3 to retirement, you're not even going to see that big of an improvement as you do from year 1 to year 3. And so with Huerter being on what year Kevin on 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
He's already past that. So that tells you right there that at least on this team, he's already peaked.
Yep.
But I'm saying, okay, if you replace Kevin Huerter, with Bogdanovich, right? You take Kevin Huerter's 10 attempts, you give him 18 attempts, right? He's already giving you 12. That's his baseline. He'd have done it 3 years in a row. 12 points a game is his baseline. If I increase his shot attempts, 8 attempts per game, he's probably going to give me another 3 to 4 points just on minimum.
But for him to do that,
other 3 to 4 points other players.
No, but for him to do that, Matt, he would have to play on a worse team. Played on a team with playing. This year there was a lot of expectations. So if he ain't hitting,
this is what he's saying. He's saying, and I said it earlier. Kevin Huerter is who he is on this team. Now he might go somewhere else in a different situation and become a better player. But on this team, bro, after 4 years, this is what you're gonna get from him.
He'll be like Kyle Kuzma.
Because you know what? This year, he should have been like Tyler Hero this year. That's what he should have been.
Yeah.
But I got you. I agree with you. All I'm saying is I'm
dumping Kevin Huerter gone, pimp.
Yes, if I could get somebody better than him, I would trade him. I'm not tied.
It ain't gonna be hard to get somebody better than him.
I'm not tied to him. All I'm saying is, from a team building perspective, is I can keep him because he's controlled, so I know he's going to make $14 million a year the next 4 years.
But I'm not keeping. But your return on investment going to keep going down.
He playing like a salary filler.
Listen, bro,
is the point, man.
It's not going to get any better, dog.
I know, but I'm saying 12.
Get rid of him. You're going to hold him another year, and guess what? Now you're going to get offered less. The only time I will hold on to Kevin Huerter, now if he was going into his final year and was an expiring contract, now he got some real trade value. But you keep holding him year after year because let's be honest, you only keep them because you think he gonna turn into something. You're not keeping him because
partially, but I'm also keeping him because I know he gives me 12 points a game off the bench.
Bro, potential get you fired, bro.
Who?
Yeah, man.
That's the first lesson I learned.
He gone, bro.
Potential get you fired, Matt.
No. I'm not saying Kevin. I'm past that part.
How many times Kevin Huerter scored 20 points this year in the game? Let me make it easier. Who scored more than 20 points per game? More. Kevin Huerter or did Bogey score 20 points in the game more?
No, I'm not saying Bogey's not a better player. I'm saying okay, y'all don't like Malcolm Brogdon, but Malcolm
No,
Brogdon.
I like Brogdon.
I like
but
him.
I
I
just
just don't
said
trust his durability.
I just said I wouldn't make that trade. Don't get me wrong. I would take Brogdon if I could
For
get him for the
Herter,
low. I would have him on the team. He's
I trade him for
6'5".
Herter.
Hell yeah! If they
But-
want Herter,
but-
you can have him.
But Indiana, I'm saying Indiana is not going to do that. They wanted Bogey. I'm saying I can trade Bogey
no, I
for
can't give
an
it.
18, 19 point a game scorer
I can't
who
do
also
it, bro.
plays defense. Kevin Herter is not going to get that type of value. I
And
can
even
package.
though, I get
All
what
right,
you're
fellas,
saying.
your boy got to wrap it up, man. I got to go put these kids to sleep, so I got to wrap it up. But
Okay.
shout out to everybody in the chat. Damn, this little Tinder dude always be up in here. I be blocking him from in the chat. But salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to Gerald, Matt. Shout out JR stopping through, and shout out with my boy Mike coming through. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead probably this weekend. I'll come up with a schedule that we can go live on, so that way everybody already in the loop and you already know. That way, if you want to come on the show, you can you can schedule your day accordingly. So I'll come up with a time. Probably it's gonna be something like this. It's definitely gonna be in the evening, and it's definitely gonna be past. Probably gonna be about 8 o'clock Central Time, because that's when I usually got my free time, because usually I'm ripping and running. But shout out to everybody that came through, man. Make sure hey guys, for y'all leave, make sure y'all smash that like button. It's still gonna be videos coming up here every day, man. And before we sign out, let me let my guy Matt and my boy Gerald get their last couple words out and promote anything they got going on. I'll start with Gerald since I got him on the big screen. Talk to me, homie.
All right, y'all need tickets for any sports, concert, and theater. Y'all hit me up. And shout out to Analyst. He over here trying to kill me in our group chat, trying to defend Kevin Herter in this argument. But I'll deal with him in a minute.
And shout out to my guy Matt. Type in with your last words, Matt. Anything you want to promote? YouTube channel? Anything you got going on you want to promote, homie?
Just Preachy Hoops. I'm going to be a contributor on there. But other than that,
shit, that's major, dog.
Hold on, what happened?
He gonna be a contributor to Peachtree Hoops. That's major right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just write a little something in there. But other than that, I'm hoping for some big changes this summer.
And there you have it, family. And what we'll start doing is I'll get Gerald's information, get Matt's information. We'll just start putting links in the description. That way, y'all can just click on the links and whatnot, if that's possible. I don't know if Gerald, you got a website, Gerald?
Not no more, because I had to charge a whole lot of service fees to keep it up.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Damn, man, who is this dude? Block user. And there you have it, fam.
That's Lou Burner account.
Oh, snap, man. Hey, thanks for stopping through, everybody, man. We'll be back. Probably gonna be let's shoot. I'll probably shoot for Monday, 8 o'clock Central Time. We'll be right here talking some Hawks. Just in case I forget, Analyst Gerald, we all. Hey, you on Twitter, Matt?
No, I'm not on Twitter.
You got to get a Twitter, man. Coming in our little chat we got going on up in there,
Okay.
man. And but yeah, Gerald, Analyst, if I forget, somebody shoot me a reminder in the chat. But Monday, let's shoot for Monday. We'll be back live again.
All right.
It ain't too many people out here talking Hawks, so I know people be wanting to say stuff that's on their mind. Ain't know where to go to, so make sure that we are up and running so that y'all can come in here, voice your opinions on what the organization has going on. So,
15 seconds.
Oh man, look at you! Hey, they got me over here, slave to the clock, man. So let me get up out of here. I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man. Y'all stay up, have a good day, go Hawks, and hopefully Travis and Mr. Wrestler, put some action behind them words. And we are out, fam.